Hello and welcome to question number 18 of Daily Dose Gmat. So today's question is a CR question. Let's go and have a look at this. Although most people know that exercise is good for the body, few realize the extent to which it is valuable to the mind. The blood circulates more rapidly after physical exertions, thus allowing all of the body's organs to operate more efficiently. This increased activity enables the brain to receive more oxygen, thereby creating a higher capacity for concentration. Now, we must have learned that the conclusion starts from thus, thereby, therefore, but that is not always true in Gmat. They may use these kind of words or these kind of trigger words for creating a trap. So you should be careful regarding that. So here we see a thus, but that does not mean that this is the conclusion. Always ask yourself what the author wants you to believe. That is the conclusion. So when he starts by this first statement that most of the people think that exercise is good for the body, but few realize the extent to which it is valuable to the mind. So he's saying that there is something which very few people know. The blood circulates more rapidly after physical exertion, thus allowing all of the body's organs to operate more efficiently. So he points out a key factor which tells us that why it is valuable to the mind. So he's trying to prove this thing. Therefore, it might be the conclusion. This increased activity enables the brain to receive more oxygen, thereby creating a higher capacity for concentration. Another thing which backs my first line. So he's trying to make me believe that exercise is also good or valuable for the mind. So that is his primary point. This is his main conclusion. It's not just about the body, it's also about the mind. And the next two lines features as the premise for the above conclusion. So always ask yourself what he is trying to make you believe. That is the conclusion. Why you should believe it? That is the premise. Always check this test in a CR. Why and what test? What you should believe after the author's argument? That is conclusion. Why you should believe it? That is premise. There is one more structure and that is what action you should take. That is the conclusion. Why you should take that action is the premise. So over here, I know my conclusion that it is not just the body but it is also good for the mind. Now let's go for the options to figure out what is the main point of the argument. The greater the amount of oxygen the brain receives, the better the brain functions. Now of course that is true as per the argument but not the main point. If you would have thought that thus triggers the conclusion, you would have fallen for this trap. But this was never the main idea. The main idea was that exercise is also good for the mind, not just the body. Option B says exercise is a mental as well as physical activity. That's a tempting option. Let's keep it for now. Exercise helps the brain more than it does the rest of the body. Be careful, this is a trap. You never compare for which it is better, body or mind. You even do not know even after reading the argument. This is not even inferable, so never the main point. People can greatly improve their powers of concentration by exercising more often. That might be true, but not my main point. My main point is that it serves for more than one purpose, that is mind as well as the body, and not this kind of thing. Now option E says exercise serves more than one purpose. Right, that is inferable and that is also somewhere near my main point of the argument. Now I am left with Bombay and E. Now what to choose? Either Bombay or E. Now here I have a catch. Exercise is a mental as well as physical activity. So option B talks about two things which the author mentions, whereas option E just generalizes it and says serves more than one purpose. So more likely people will go with B. But actually B is wrong. Why? Because of the word over here, activity. Exercise is a mental as well as physical activity? No, it's just a physical activity. It has a mental benefit. Not it is a mental activity. Mental activity is something where you're using your brain. But exercise, you're just using your physical ability. It's not the activity. It's not just the mental activity. It just have mental benefits. So over here, option E is the correct answer, which says that exercise serves more than one purpose. It helps in your mental benefits. It helps in your physical benefits. be careful with these kind of questions. Option B was just wrong because of one word, that was activity. If the answer choice would have been exercise, has a mental as well as physical benefit, then the better option would have been option B. So over here, the correct answer is E. Hope you are enjoying the series. Continue with it. We'll be up there again with some more beautiful questions. Stay tuned and take care.